Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome back to another RSG live stream. I'm Ranger J1999, your host, part of the RSG crew. Glad to have you guys aboard. Grab your lunch, pull up a seat, put on your headphones, and get ready for some good quality entertainment as we discuss Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for the next hour and a half. And if you're new to the stream and wondering what we're doing, well, we're just going to hang out. We're going to do a roster review. We're going to answer your questions, and we're going to set the Grand Arena 5v5 defenses and talk about it. And then we're going to just have fun answering all your questions. If you have questions, go ahead and pop those into chat. Make sure you put question in front of your statement. That's the way we scoop it up. If you don't, then we're not going to catch it, and that's on you, not us. Real quick, if you could, stop what you're doing, give a thumbs up on the video, subscribe. We do a lot of great content for you guys. It's live all the time, so if you like the content, please subscribe. It does help us get our content out there to the YouTube world and helps monetize us so we can keep putting out the content that you guys enjoy. If you haven't already, check out our Patreon. We love our Patreon supporters. Helps pay the bills and keeps me streaming for all the RSG folks out there, all the skewers out there. And last but not least, we have our ACS campaign, which we will get to at the end of the stream. That being said, let me introduce all the wonderful people that are here today to enjoy this journey with you. You've got, of course, the troll extraordinaire, Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, is here.
Good afternoon, peoples.
Also joining us from across the pond, the one and only Sir Michael Hunt.
Good afternoon, and R.I.P. Keith Flint.
Yes, the singer from Prodigy passed away, unfortunately.
Sad.
Big bucket of win for him. I enjoyed their music very much. Also joining us is Grim the Mechanic.
Hello there.
And also joining us, he's back from his hiatus of sitting by the pool and drinking margaritas with Grande Patron because he thinks he's a big deal too. The soulless one, Mr. Gingivitis, Stanley Red, is back.
Hey.
And last but not least, we've got the lovely Ouchie Dumpling joining us today.
Howdy,
Hey.
partners.
Howdy, partner. How's it going out there in Carolina there, Ouchie Dumpling?
Sun's out, so something must be
That's
going
right,
well.
goddamn. You can get some of that rain going out your way and stuff. But welcome to the stream. We're going to get to the roster review for a second. Let's just talk about it, what happened this weekend. Big shout out to the Wolfpack that defeated my guild MC3 in the Territory Wars. It was a epic match, but god damn, all I gotta say is those Geos are something else, man. Holy balls, man. Oh my god. They're a little OP. Really awful.
A little OP. You could take in a Gear 7 Geo squad and clear a Gear 12 complete squad with them.
Oh my god, they were ruthless.
They were insane.
Completely threw us off. I mean, we saw the stats, we kind of understood, but that artillery strike, we were trying to figure out how that was going to work. And when we saw it and started messing with it, we were like, we are in trouble, because we were like, what the hell to do with this crap? And it completely threw us off. And I give Wolfpack a ton of credit because they knew what to do and they did it better than we did. So I just wish they would just leave Territory Wars alone. Let us fight Wolfpack. Heads up. This crap. Damn. I mean, I feel bad for the officers. I was in there trying to say what I could, but I went in there with my Night Sisters, and that was the scariest thing. I even wrote back afterwards, like, I do not want to ever fight that again. It was horrifying. My Night Sisters are all Gear 12, all the Zetas, and I started doing what I did. I stunned Rex. And you just can't stop it. It's going to happen. And oh my god, I thought I was going to just die. Like, oh my god, what is this? And it was brutal, man. Oh my god. I didn't find this fun. I didn't find this Territory fun at all. It was awful. So the other thing too is Saturday we streamed my Grand Arena. You guys can go back and watch it. Mistakes were made on my part, but and I appreciate all the comments and stuff. But it's really about you guys. For me, if I win Grand Arena, yay. If I lose in the finals, I don't care. It's more about me doing things that show you how to win and things that I make mistakes and I put it out there for you guys so you guys know what not to do. And if that helps you win, that's a win for me. So I'm going to keep doing it. So but leave your comments. I love the comments and the different teams and suggestions and things of that nature. And I'm going to continue to do that because for you guys, it seems to be helping you out tremendously. I get tons of messages and stuff about Grand Arena and things of that nature. And it's really helping you guys, especially in the 3v3. The 5v5 is a little bit more standard, but the 3v3 is throwing people completely off. And ask a lot of questions because they just do not know what to do when they're doing 3v3. So we're gonna set my territory war defense today, and I'm gonna show you some of the teams that I'm gonna put on defense and why I'm putting them on defense. Then we're gonna rock and roll from there. But that being said, we've got a roster review today. And let me just pull that up. There, just go right there. That's not what I wanted to do. I was doing stuff in roll 20. Oops. That's D&D. That was Sunday. We did our D&D game Sunday. Yes, Andrew Kata. I know I should have gone for Greedo first. And see, that's the lesson learned by Ranger. Is that I should have gone for Greedo first. And I should have made Palpatine lead in that team. I didn't think about it. But the good thing is that you learn. You guys saw that I did something wrong, and it helps you get better. Someone maybe doesn't know that, so there you go. So good stuff.
Damn it, Finn.
No, I'm not gonna blame that one on you, Finn. That's all me. I take responsibility.
Was I there?
No, you weren't there.
See, exactly. Damn it, Finn.
Nice try, Finn, but I own my own comeuppance, so I made some mistakes in that. But there you go. So, we got a roster today. Today we're doing Eric's profile. Hey, and they're in the Covenant of the Force, so shout out to their guild. And Eric didn't want a whole bunch, but he did want something done. And then let's get to that. I had it up, and then he says, I just want an overview of my mods on Arena Team, and what teams to look at next. Also, if I should take any of my Gear 11s to 12. And also ships. So, not too bad. So, more of a gear thing, that kind of thing. So let's look at your PvP team. Well, the first thing is, gear 12 you need to do is Basilisk. If you're going to have your own team, anytime on any of your arena teams, you want gear 12, maxed, what you need on it. So, first of all, Basilisk got to go to 12. It's just more health, more protect. She just does better. It's just a win-win. So we need to look at the mods on the arena team here. So let's just start looking at doing better in arena. His rank is improved. Average rank is 52, so not bad. Killing it in ships. I don't think you've got the MILF squad, so I don't think there's a lot where you need to offer you there. You're consistently top 5 in the top 10. Once I probably couldn't make payout, but your average rank is 4, so not a lot to offer you in ships because you've got the MILF squad. You're going to be fine for a while. Maybe we'll see if there's something you need to farm, but for a 3 million GP roster, Eric, this is pretty damn good that you've got this stuff set up the way you do. So, Jedi Knight Revan, let's look at his Revan here. First thing I want to look at speed, 297, okay. He does have a speed set on and a health set looks like with his fastest speeds on those. Finn, you want to check the speed on Revan to make sure that he's maximizing his speed on Revan, please?
Yep, I'm looking now.
Okay. Looks solid to me, all 6E mods, not a problem there. If we could find somewhere to eke out some more speed for you, we will. You want your Revan as fast as possible. The next person I always look at is Grandmaster Yoda. Again, 6E mods, offense. I like this. 3 sets of offense mods. There are other ones you can't do anything. He does have a speed mod on his arrow, but it's part of his offensive set. So I don't mind this as much because you are running an offensive set with it. So your total offense is at 6630. That's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. Again, really good job with the modding. Let's see here.
Yeah, his Revan, I don't know if it's the fastest, but it's almost the fastest, if not, like maybe like 3 speed or something. If I
does he have both gear plus 12 pieces on? Because that could substantially increase his speed by 12.
Yeah, he
does.
5 out of 6.
All right, okay, gotcha. Jolie, again, 6E mods, health. I don't have a problem with any of this. Looks really solid. Health is at 57,000. Protection is at 37,000. But this is great. A health mod, 6E, tenacity, defense. And again, another good job. I don't see any problem with your Jolie modding. Kenobi, I'm sure is pretty standard. Let's see what he did. Yeah, tenacity, defense, protection, defense. You know, so again, good job with Kenobi. And then Bastila, who's only gear 11, but let's check out her mods. Offense, defense, protection, potency, critical chance, speed. Yeah, this is fine. I don't have a problem with that. And they're all 5E, except the arrow, it's blue, but I mean you can work on that eventually. I don't really. Nothing popped up when I looked at any of these. Just a general quick look, Finn. Are you seeing anything in the minutia, the details that I missed? It looks pretty damn solid from what I can see.
Yeah, looks good to me too. I mean, maybe take Bastila to Gear 12. That would finish that team off, I think, right?
That's really the only thing I'm seeing. Anything you're noticing, Finn?
Nothing outrageous. I
No,
mean, when I
yeah.
look at the top of his mods and everything is solid.
Yeah.
Right? They're all on his arena team or high-end teams. Like I'm seeing maybe like a Treya or an Asajj or a Mission, but I can't get upset with those at all. I mean, they're all pretty much on his team. He has some gear or mod 6Es, right? But it's nothing super extravagant. And he's at the point in his roster where, I mean, it's like 50% of his high-end characters are Gear 12, so I wouldn't go overboard, but I don't think he's gone overboard. So he's done a good job with his modding. So I'm liking that. And then character-wise, I mean, he's taking characters to 6E. He has a lot of level 1 Gear 1 characters, so there's not really any MTGP. So I'm not seeing anything terribly outrageous at this point. Now it's just making sure you build on what you've done so far.
Yeah, it was a really good job. I mean, a really good job with your arena team, and I'm sure you'll do better as you move up. Looking at just characters, he wants to see which characters or squads he can take to Gear 12. Let's just start going on the list. Bounty Hunters, they're all Gear 11. Maybe this is a team you take to Gear 12. Boss is Gear 12 with the Zeta. I don't have a problem with that.
Bosk, maybe take Greedo to Gear 12.
Possibly.
And hope people pull a Ranger on your teams.
Yeah. That was crazy, though. I've never seen so much
7
resistance
attacks in a row.
Just resist, dodge. Oh, good lord. Kylo Ren and the First Order Squad are all Gear 11. I can see you're working on your First Order Stormtrooper, who's 5 stars. I would continue to farm him. He is a key cog to the First Order team. But they're Gear 11, so I'm seeing a lot of Gear 11s here. So we are going to have to...
That's pretty good. Maybe drop that second Zeta on Unmasked Kylo.
Possibly. Imperial Troopers.
Is one that he has the leadership?
Troopers need some love. Troopers are starred, but they need love. Veers, you need to get the 7 stars. This is a team on offense that can really help you out in a lot of ways in Grand Arena and Territory Wars. You do have your Death Trooper to 12, but this is a team you can maybe start gearing to 11. I mean, that team is ridiculously good on offense. So that's a team you may want to consider. I'm going to go to your Night Sisters. I already looked at your Jedi. I'm not worried about it. Night Sisters are done. They didn't do anything. They're good. God, 12. Let's see. Yeah, Zetas. I mean, good lord. There's not a problem there. Let's look at your Rebels. We are missing a 3PO. Oh, let's go back to his Ewoks. The Rebels look fine, but let's go back to the Ewoks.
He's got 7-star Gear 11 and Gear 10 Ewoks.
He must have not got it the first time where he hasn't unlocked it. But if you haven't unlocked it, you've got the team. Gear 11 is fine for this. You don't have Low Gray or Poplo. Gonna make it a little bit harder, but with Gear 11, Zedon Chirpa, probably a little bit easier than what I had to go through. Tebow's fine at 10. If you want to take him 11, you can, but he's a tank, so a lot of health and protection on him. But you have Elder, Chirpa, Wicket, Scout. I'm cool with. So at least you have the stars and the gear and characters to get your 3PO next time. So
yeah,
these one of the pillars we're missing, but that's fine. Sith. Let's look at your Sith. Gear 12, Zeta. Good lord. Vassal is a 6-star Gear 11. Yeah, great job on their Sith. Got the Zetas on all the characters. Perfect. Not a lot of fluff in this lineup, I'm telling you guys. It's really good. If I was going to... So, looking at your roster for gear, basic gear, Imperial Troopers, and Farm Veers, finish him up to 7 stars is one recommendation. Then it's really what you'd like to do. You've got some teams. Your teams that you want to leave on defense are fine. You could finish up Bounty Hunters. Your other teams are solid. You're just missing 3PO. But looking at this roster, Bounty Hunters you could take to 12 if you want to do something. You said you want to go for like Gear 12 from 11 to 12. First Order is one you want to work on, but you got to farm a First Order Stormtrooper, get him to Gear 11, 12. Executioner is really good, 12. You need to put the other Zalo and Kylo Ren if you're going to do a Zeta. I mean, there's 4 Zetas that's really needed for this. Well, 3. The 2 on Kylo Ren on Mass and the 1 on First Order Stormtrooper. The 1 on Kylo Ren you don't need, but it's really nice for what it does. And then you can round out your First Order. Your Bounty Hunters, though, you've got the Zed on Bosk. The others are Gear 11 if you want to take them to 12, which... It's not an easy task by any stretch of the imagination.
It's
you can definitely
a lot of mats right there.
It's a lot of mats. That's a possibility. You definitely need to work on your Imperial Troopers. Just start getting them stars and gears. But your Jedi, your Night Sisters, everything that I've seen so far looks really good. Your Rebels are just missing 3PO, but the other Rebels are Gear 12 with the Zetas. CLS, Han Solo, R2, Chewbacca, Akbar's 12. Ezra's 11, Princess Leia's 11, Biggs is 11. I mean, just down the line. So really, a really good job.
So, if he's really looking to get 2 characters to Gear 12, he's got a Gear 11 7-star Emphas Nest, and he's got a 6-star Gear 11 Wampa that I'm sure he's working on 7-starring. So those are 2 that are really good at Gear 12 and will help you kick royal ass in Grand Arena.
Kira Squalty, where are we? Kira, she's 6-star Gear 8. Mission and Zalbar, of course, are done. They're 10. Where's Vandor? Vandor needs work. L3 needs a lot of work. So the Kira Scoundrel team is a little bit far off. But yeah, Emphas Gear 11 with the Zetas are really good. So those are some suggestions that you can do for where you want to focus on next with your squad here. So this will be my kind of recommendations for anyone to Gear 11 to 12 and things that you can work on. And then he said he just wants us to look at ships. So let's just look at ships. He's got one in Arena. He's got the MILF team, but let's just look at his ships generally overall. Good Lord, this is really good.
Looks like he's rounding off the 2 bounty hunter ships to get to, so he can finish off Hans Falcon.
Chimera's only 6-star. Yes, he's got Poe unlocked, for God's sakes, man.
4-star.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. It's unlocked. I can see it.
I don't have any problem with what he's doing with ships, what he's farmed already, and what he's working on. I don't have any problems with this.
Yeah.
At all. Did a really good job with your ships. We need to get Chimera next 7 stars, but with I think you're going to get it next time. I don't think that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any problems getting Chimera to 7 stars.
While he's farming the bounty hunter ships, he might want to consider, depending on what he wants to do, working on his geos. He has the ship 7-star. You might want to gear the characters, because that can provide you a second viable team for Territory Wars, Grand Arena, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah,
I agree.
So building up a second team is probably where you're at, and geos is a really simple one to do.
Yeah.
And now we know that there is a potential of geo boosts for like Territory Wars. So hey, when that comes back eventually, then you'll be ready. And the geos were sick.
Yeah. I love what he's doing with the ships. This is a really good roster. For 3 million GP, you farmed a lot of great stuff here.
I wish my 3 million GP roster looked like this.
Well, if you focus a little bit, Grim, maybe you could.
Yeah.
Maybe you listen to us more.
Speaking of which, Grim's roster roasting is still available.
That's right. You can go. You want to see us cream?
Oh man, that's gonna be brutal.
You have done it yourself, Grim.
Oh, I know.
Won't be anything you haven't heard before, Grim.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, you beat up Grim all the time, don't you?
I what? Grim all the time?
beat him up. What do you mean?
I didn't hear you.
Kick his ass, stomp his face.
Up.
Hulk smash him.
Hashtag grumpling.
What is going on?
Okay.
You guys, get your mind out of the gutter, into the lights.
I can't. I'm permanently...
I didn't put you there. You have done that yourself, Ouchie.
I live there.
Oh, Lord. You're here first, folks. Ouchie likes to live
Durgan lives
in
the bushes. I live in the gutter.
Okay.
I apologize, everyone.
Yeah.
I didn't even say anything. I just asked for clarification. I said, I what?
Up. UP up.
I was pretty succinct and clear when I said that. Oh, God. You know, if we could just ever have a stream where sexual innuendo was not a part of the stream, would be wonderful.
I didn't even.
I didn't. Yeah.
It could have been like hatchet. I don't even know.
Yeah, sure.
Any
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. Let's move on. I think that's everything for his roster. I mean, I'll go to his mods. Anything you're seeing with his mods, Finn? Just a kind of overview real quick.
I looked at his mods earlier. His mods are good. I mean, he has mods that he can slice, but the ones that he has at gold are decent mods.
Look at this.
He's done a really good job there.
Yes, he has.
I mean, I don't really, even some of his like blue 3s that are remaining are like 12 speed on 3, which means that he only got like an average of 4, which doesn't put you at the high end, but they're still worthwhile.
Sure.
So for him, if he's looking at what to slice up, I would still not go crazy on 6Es because you only have 28 gear 12s. And while that's a decent amount, you're still going to be, there's 161 characters, right? So there's still a large percentage of your roster that wouldn't be able to use those particular mods, especially since you have 106 7-star. So I probably wouldn't go too crazy on the 6Es. You have your arena team, I think, almost all 6Es. So if you want to 6E them, that's fine. What I would look at with where you are, and in particular because of the quality of mods that you have. So when I sort by like speed secondary, you have a lot of double digits. The whole first page is double digits, right? So what I would suggest is maybe you want to, instead of hitting those, I would finish the blue 3. There's a blue 3 on Ewok Elder right now that has 12 speed and hit 3 times. So I would still probably take that one up. But after that, you're at purple 3s. You have blue 2s and purple 2s. I would consider slicing up your green 2s now and seeing if you can get it to a blue 3. And trying to see if you can get those higher level mods. Because right now, you are not in desperate need of double-digit speed secondaries. You are looking for the high end. You are trying to get above 15 primarily, right? So I would say focus on slicing green mods that have hit speed like twice if you're looking for speed. I'm going to take a look at offense because I only looked at speed. So let me take a look at offense.
I'd also slice that B that's on that B arrow that's on Asajj.
Yeah, that one could potentially be like your greatest arrow ever.
Yeah.
Because if you can get that to a 25 speed secondary, because if you hit 6 on the next one, hot damn, that may be like one of the best arrows ever. So, yeah, that one is one you want to look at too. But yeah, offense-wise, it doesn't look like you've done too much with offense secondaries. You've done a lot with speed. Your speed looks really, really nice. You don't have a lot on the offense front. And so potentially you want to focus on offense secondary mods and slicing those up. I mean, you have some pretty decent ones that you can slice up. You have a triangle, or you have a square on Shore Trooper. The one on Poe isn't bad, but it doesn't have an offense primary. So for the right side, while you can have a good offense secondary stat as a flat stat, you really want the offense primary as well. And so your best one to probably slice is the square on Shore Trooper. That one can potentially lead to some good mods. You have a crit damage primary one that's on Cad Bane. That triangle is potentially one. So maybe some work on offense mods, but otherwise I would say your green mods. Green 2 speed mods. That's what I would focus on.
All right, so that's your roster review for today. My good friend Eric and the Code of the Force, shout out to them again. Finn, if someone wants a roster review from RSG, how do they get it?
Very simple. You head on to the RSG Discord and message me, Finity, and let me know that you want a roster review. Send me your link of the GG and make sure I respond to you that you are in the queue. If I don't respond that you are in the queue, then you are probably not in the queue and you will not come up for your roster review. So you can bug me every 24 hours and let me know if I don't respond. Just message me again and ask if you've been in the queue. Sometimes I miss messages. So, yeah.
All right. That being said, let us get back into the game, and it is now time to set the defense for Green Arena. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep this one. I heard someone told me that they said they might be ditching this one. You guys hear that? That they're just going to not have this one happen?
Yeah, yes, that's what they posted. So they actually posted that they were going to, I believe the word they used was reschedule this Grand Arena. But they did this over the weekend. and they are not working on the weekends, and so the Grand Arena still took place. And so at this point, I think they just have to go and cancel it, because some people saw the post and said, yeah, I'm not going to bother signing up, because they said they're rescheduling it, so what's the point? Some people still signed up, but if they get a double benefit of getting whatever rewards that they're sending out, right, and compensation, which hopefully they do, and get whatever from Grand Arena, that would be kind of silly. And so they said they're just going to go ahead and cancel it. They're looking to reschedule it at a different point. But yeah, so they cancel it, but they didn't cancel it in time for the first round to actually do the matchup and stuff. So,
well, they haven't really given us a clear statement yet as to what they're doing. All they stated was like, here's the last like couple sentences from the post here. We're going to tackle this on Monday, but we're likely going to cancel the Grand Arena that starts on 3/3 and move the start to sometime later this next week. Apologies for the confusion. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned for more updates on this issue.
Well, I don't know what they're doing, but let's go ahead and set defenses. Yeah, I was
going to say, just to be safe, you might want to start setting your defenses.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Keep it going.
If you didn't sign up, that's your biggest problem. Like the defenses, I think anyone that signed up in that hour is just throwing things on defense and doesn't give a crap. But it sucks for people that didn't sign up. They have to cancel it. Honestly, they have to cancel this. They cannot leave this Grand Arena up, because if they do, they have now only allowed the people that were able to sign up for a 1 hour window, and there are Zetas on the line here. Sorry, I know it's not a lot, but you can't exclude people from getting free stuff.
Good point.
So I'm expecting this to be canceled before the start of the attack round, because if they allow the attack round to go, now people are potentially getting credits too, because you get 70K credits.
That's what I say. Credits,
if they don't stop this before the attack round, then people are going to be, and I would suggest this to everybody, because if they don't cancel it, it's kind of silly. But if you are in this war, get ready to start your attacks as soon as the attack phase starts, because that way you can get the credits. They're not going to be able to take back anything that you have already gotten, right? So you may not get the final rewards, but you can still get the rewards for all your victories and stuff.
All right, but we're going to go ahead and proceed like we're going to set defenses. So, first team I'm going to put down is First Order. I love them. I like putting them on defense. I always leave them on defense. You can see they're all Gear 12, Zeta, ready to rock and roll. Get on the board, First Order. You're the first contestant, and the price is wrong. Next team that I definitely want to put on, I don't think this will shock anybody, is the Care Squad team. Where did I put my Care Squad team? Okay, I have no idea where I put the damn Care Squad team. Where? There it is, right there. You can see all Gear 11 Zetas, a couple Mission and Zalbar 12. I could easily take all these characters to 12 right now and stuff, but I'm not going to. And why is that? Because I'm hoarding. So, but it's still really...
Emphasis on the hoard.
Yeah, hoarding.
No, emphasis on the D, please.
Shit. So we're going to put that team on defense. So there we go. That's a fun little zone for them to figure out. You got First Order, and you got the Kira Stall team. Other one we're going to put in the front line is, well, I'm going to go Night Sisters. And you know what? I think I may put Nest on here. It's 5v5. We could use Nest on offense, but or we can just go full Night Sisters team. What do you think, Algie Dumpling?
About
Night Sisters, with or without a nest?
They're lovely. With or without a nest? It's tough on Grand Arena because I've gotten quite attached to using Nest just on her own for stuff.
I have too. It's hard to do, right?
Or at least in a reduced size team. Since
How
we're
about
doing
Wampa?
5v5. I mean, you can put a lot of stuff in there, Wampa, or even like Xeris. But I don't know. I think I usually keep mine for offense, so I'm not.
All right, so we've got the Night Sisters team. I can go Asajj. I can go Mother Talzin lead. What do you guys want to do?
Asajj lead with Bears in the back.
You want me to replace Talia with Bears?
I would.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that sounds good.
In the back line, not the front line, the back line.
Yes, in the back line, because if you keep Asajj in the front, right, it's going to be too easy. What you want to do, especially with the Night Sister teams, is to try and get them to drain some of their better teams. And so you want to put actually the Night Sisters behind whatever your strongest front line is.
Okay.
Because they're either going to go the weakest, right, and then try to just tackle that line, or they're going to go through the strongest one in order to try and see what they need to use. And when they expose the Asajj, they might be drained. So I would set it in whatever your back line is with whatever you think is your strongest defensive.
Well, that would be the one spot. I don't know if I want to put the one spot with just the Night Sisters. I mean, I could. So these are the kind of things, folks, you got to think about. Let me share my screen. That might help. So the panel can see what the hell I'm doing instead of being delayed. All right. So if we go back out, you're saying put it behind this First Order Kira team, Finn?
If that is your strongest team, I don't know what you're putting in the other front line.
Well, Bounty Hunters are going up front. Definitely, I like to have Bounty Hunters on the front. Bosk, Boba, Greedo. I like to have Jango in there, and
you need to get one of those characters up.
Dengar.
Either Dengar or Cad Bane. You need to gear them up.
No.
Dengar.
Because they're only gear 9. You need them gear 11 for.
No.
I agree with Fauci.
But go Dengar.
Yeah.
Dengar is awesome, man.
Tell me what
I love. Look at Django. I love it when he does that little.
Like what?
What the hell? Why am I here?
What's happening?
What?
Who put me in this box?
How'd my head get reattached?
Why is this happening?
Oh, spoilers. Sorry, guys.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Last thing I remember, I was on Genosis.
All right, who do you want to go with another team up front here?
Who's your opponent? Does your opponent? Do we have any details on your opponent?
Well, let's go to the event rewards. Let's pull up my opponent.
Well, he's looking at that sanely. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I got a few.
All right, let's go with the question while we're looking at Rangers roster.
Andrew Sweeney, question: how was everyone's else's TW? Cough, Mike, cough.
Mike had to leave. Andrew's guild was facing Mike's guild, and I think Andrew's guild won.
It's Revan's speed. So I'm looking at the speed of my opponent right now. Not a lot of gear 12s I'm seeing. A little. Yeah, he does.
It doesn't need gear 12. It's gear 11, but more important is his mods.
Yeah, F is in.
Yeah, mods and Zetas.
What's his Thrawn speed at?
You want me to run a DSR report?
His mod
on
is
him?
no. His Thrawn has health sets. What the hell?
258 speed.
Oh, come on. He has Thrawn with health sets. No. Why? Almost as bad as Poe. But you need Poe's ship, and you need to not put health sets on.
Oh god.
Well done. You made Finn cry.
Why?
I mean, my Revan outspeeds his.
Hopefully it's that way because he's in the middle of remodding. I have a bunch of poorly modded characters too, but that's because I'm in the middle of remodding. So
Yeah.
The last Spaceballs. What's his name? I can't see from across the room.
Tripon.
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 Yeah, Tripon.
Good luck to you. Well, it'll be canceled anyway, but good luck anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We can't neglect to mention also that Finn and Van Seal are in the same bracket for this.
In this current Grand Arena, yeah.
Who?
So.
V.
V and who?
Me.
So it is really a shame that it's going to get canceled. It's really.
I told him I don't care about Grand Arena.
Yeah, but
that's just a way of
it's no surprise. I will take my best teams on defense and intentionally just try to beat whatever teams are on their defense with whatever B teams I can in order to get practice with some of the other squads.
Yeah, I mean,
half
honestly,
the time I don't have CLS available. I don't have Thrawn. I don't have Traya. I don't have Revan. All of that usually goes on defense.
I just got a message from Eric. He said, "Thanks guys for the roster review, and I'm gearing my mission. Biggs just got Karth to gear 11 and put his lead Zeta on, and Canderous and Wampa. So instead of Kira team, I'm going for the Karth team. Is that a bad idea? No, it is not a bad idea. That's an amazing team. So if that's your plan, to go for it. Plus everything else we said. Okay, so we're back to what we're putting on defense. What are you thinking there, Ouchie? What would you like to see on defense here?
Ooh. Let's see. No, I don't like. Ooh. That. Do you usually put that GK one down?
Yeah, but we haven't. We were going to use Barris on the Night Sister team, but I can put this team down up front.
Oh
with
yeah.
Wampa.
Wait, let me think.
With Wampa, I can do that.
Because I like doing a team like that.
The fives and Rex.
Oh, but fives, yes. I usually keep Rex though. What else could go there? But if you want to do okay. If you want to do Barris on Night Sisters, then don't do that.
Yeah, but we'll do that because that was recommended.
Try that one out.
So we're gonna put that in. Let's see. I mean,
you have 7 teams to set, right?
Yeah, I've got. Let's put that Night Sister team down behind this one because that's going to be pretty nasty to deal with. Let's see. Talia, you're bye-bye. Zeris, hi. Set. Bam. So we just need 3 more teams.
I have to stare across the room at the computer screen for the screen share. So.
I'm as big as a kid.
Gosh, I don't know.
Anybody on the panel? Come on.
What? Just another team on defense?
Yeah, let's set some defense here.
I don't know what you like to use on offense. Like I said,
I'm pretty open. I don't really care. You know.
How beefy did you go with your Ewoks?
They're gear 10, 11.
No, don't put Ewoks. Ewoks can be soloed by me.
I know. I was just asking.
Yeah, they're not a good defensive team.
Do you have a Zeta Jin?
Yes.
You could do Rogue One.
Up front or in the back?
In the back.
So you want to put a Rogue One team
Aren't they kind of easy to beat too?
They are. But if you don't want to use...
I'm not really going to now.
You could do Phoenix if you want a filler team. Phoenix always works.
And then they can solo it with Nest or Wampa.
Yeah, then Wampa can solo that one. At least Nest can't necessarily solo...
Well, give them something that they would like kind of want Wampa for in the section before it.
Okay,
Maybe you can trick them to use their Wampa.
Up front?
I don't know what else you would make them use the Wampa for.
A team that would need Dazes, right?
Does he even have... I didn't pay attention. Did he even have Wampa? His opponent?
Oh, that's what I was doing. I was looking up the opponent.
Yeah.
I got sidetracked.
Nick Merck is called CLS.
Yeah, CLS, and then even potentially...
Revan, without Revan or Trey, it's called CLS.
Yeah, so you got to save one of them.
Kazakagi, too easy question. Why don't you use ETH Koth lead for Grand Arena? Or
How dare you, sir? How dare you even mention that name?
How about donate to Tiltify and he'll do it?
No, I won't. You gotta draw a line in the sand somewhere, and that's where I draw.
Well, I tried.
Son of a... What are you finding out there, Ouchie Dumpling, in your investigative research?
I'm punching in numbers. Hold on.
She's getting
I'm punching in ally codes.
If I can get a survive...
Adastra chimed in. Kazakage too easy asking the right question.
Get the hell out of here, Jet. Stop it.
Adastra wins.
No, she doesn't. That's awful. Do not put that team on offense, or I'm sorry, defense. Good God. Oh, Lord. Oh, that's awful.
Dostra wins.
No, she doesn't. You just can't declare victory on a statement like that, Finn.
I do. That's a victory statement right there.
That's why you're an idiot. Bad Finn. God, you're gonna get us in trouble again, Finn. Damn it. God, eat cough. And then you can go with course on under police, and why don't you just go with an all? Just get out of here. Oh my God, Finn! I can't even think now after you said that. Just you're a bad.
So now
man.
you know you want to test.
You're
it.
very
You're
a very very bad man, Finn. I don't like you.
You're keeping your Revan, I'm guessing, yeah.
I can. Yeah, I don't know if... See, the thing is, if they have a Revan, I usually keep mine on offense just in case they place it on defense.
Yeah.
You know? So, and mine outspeeds his, so if he does put on defense, I'm going to have the advantage. I always look at that.
Let's see.
I'm open to suggestions, guys. If you want to put a Sith team down, I'm open to that. I mean...
you want to keep your Traya team, right?
Yeah, Treya's just so good on offense. It's hard. So
that's why I was asking. Like, I don't know what your typical strategy is for.
I like to keep as much as on offense, but I'm open to suggestions.
Then you are probably down to Ewoks and Phoenix and stuff, and Rogue One. I mean, that's essentially what you're left with. That way, you can keep your offense teams.
I will tell you, Ranger, that you have 20 more 15+ speed mods than this person.
I know.
And 5 more 20+ speed mods.
I'm amazing.
And 66 more 10+ speed mods.
I'm pretty awesome.
He has 11 more 6-dot mods than you.
Oh no.
You have failed us, Ranger.
Oh no, not the 6E mods.
But you do, you're a bit ahead on Zeta's Gear 11 and Gear 12 characters.
Okay, so you want 7 teams on offense, right? So we have a Traya team, we have a CLS team, we have a Revan team, we have a Jedi Training Ray team. What else do you have on offense, right?
Troopers.
Okay, so that's 5.
Finpo team.
6.
And then I always keep an Empire team with Vader and Palpatine. But I'll throw Thrawn in, Roll Guard, Tarkin, something like that.
Okay, so that's 7 teams. So let's scroll down and get past those characters and see what you have left. It doesn't help us to look at the top of your roster. So you have a Rex Wampa team that you can put together, some kind of Rex Wampa team.
Yeah, we don't want to use that on offense, so we can do that. Let's do something Rex Wampa. I like that. That's a good call, Finn. Well, actually, let's put that on the back line so they're like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Doyson's got a suggestion.
What's
he
that?
says, put a Rebels cartoon team, Old Ben, Fulcrum, Ezra, Hoda, Kanan.
I like that.
All right, so wait. Let me...
Wait, do you already put Phoenix down?
I haven't done anything with that. So,
No, he hasn't done
so
Phoenix.
what's the lead?
Old Ben.
All right, let's go Rebels here. So Rebels with Old Ben lead. Who else?
Fulcrum,
Okay.
Ezra, Hoda, Kanan.
Hoda and...
Instead of Hermit Yoda, you might want to try like Chopper or something.
No, I like this.
Or actually, your Kanan is kind of low.
So,
Maybe you want to put Chopper instead of Kanan.
I mean, I can. And then Hermit Yoda?
Because Chopper under an Old Ben when he taunts, going to be like the most ridiculous thing to attack.
Hermit Yoda, yeah, because I'm not going to use him on offense, per se. So that's a good squad there. What do you guys think of that? Old Ben, Sokatana Fulcrum, Ezra, Chopper, and Hermit the Yodas. I'm putting this on the screen right now.
It'll be interesting if nothing else.
That'd be an interesting team to have to deal with.
It's not like the super most synergistic team, and I think you need another tank. Because what's going to happen with Chopper...
There's 2 tanks!
I guess Old Ben is going to be able to...
There's
'Cause
Chopper
what's gonna
and
happen
Old
is that if
Ben.
you attack Chopper, right? Chopper's going to evade for sure, and he's going to gain turn meter.
Yeah, and Hermit Yoda's constantly getting health and protection. So is Ahsoka Tano. Ezra's doing his thing, calling assist. Old Ben, I mean, you got 2 tanks to deal with and stuff. I like this. This is a pretty interesting squad. Let's go with this.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay, let's give that a shot. I like that. That's a good call. Who else?
Kazakage, too easy. Question, why don't you use Tuscan Lead Ranger?
Get the hell out of here. Stop it. You're a bad man, Kazakage. Stop it.
Side note for anyone, we are finalizing the ACS shirts. I'm gonna try and finalize it actually today. So I'm sending a link if you already haven't, if you donated either to the ACS page or the Tiltify page for the American Cancer Society fundraiser, and you haven't gotten a link to our special Discord, message me in Discord and I will get that to you. I think we have a few people on that donated to the American Cancer Society page.
I'm trying to think of.
But we're finalizing the design right now with all of the people's names and everything. So make sure that you're on that because I'm making sure everyone can kind of.
How about a Zeta Mall team up front? Maybe, or should
Good work. What Sith do you have left that you aren't going to use for Treya?
Maul, Sidious, Dooku, and crap. Because I go 4v5 with the Triumvirate, I'll go Triumvirate with Sith Trooper and do my thing, get extra points.
Revenator suggests Grievous plus droids on defense.
Mine are like gear 10.
I don't know if that would be good.
No, I don't think so either. What could I put for droids? I don't know. Stupid. I mean, they're not even geared, honestly.
Did you do L3 on that Kira team?
Yes, I did. She's
okay.
Definitely on that team. I mean, Dooku, or Mr. Dooku, Grievous, B2, are like 10, but like the other droids I didn't even bother with. It's like, nah, droids aren't ready yet. It's just, no. You know what, let's just keep it simple. Well, I could go something, let's see. I don't have Zaris, but the General Kenobi team, I'm just wondering. With Wampa. But who could I add as a fifth here, guys?
Lots of suggestions for Eth Koth today.
I don't want to hear that name mentioned again.
How's your Anakin?
He's gear 11.
That would work.
Sexy.
Have you seen him in Battlefront 2, Archie? Me doing my Battlefront 2 with Anakin?
I missed the stream. I was gonna watch it with my Anakin, my son, and we got distracted.
I'd recommend going back and checking it out. It was amazing.
From what I saw, just in the little, there was like a clip or a promo thing and a sidebar on a website somewhere about it. He looked good.
He is incredibly powerful and he's incredibly fun to play. And we will be doing more of that tomorrow. So, plus the clone armor in the game is phenomenal. I like this team. Kenobi, Rex, Wampa, Fives, Anakin.
You don't want to do Rex lead?
Do you think Rex lead would be better here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rex lead would be better.
Well, I'm taking Kenobi off my Jedi Revan team. Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that was the other thing too.
Yeah, damn it.
Well, pull Kenobi
Why do you
off.
go all the way back?
Because I want to start from scratch. Because I'm like, damn it. So Rex lead. We want Fives.
Now, a version of this team I really like to play, but it wouldn't go so well on defense, is I do Rex, Wampa, and Visas sometimes.
I don't have Visas geared up yet.
That's like specific against like Sith.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't work on defense.
Rex.
Whenever I do 3v3, I always use Rex, Hermit Yoda, and Wampa, and that usually gets them to use 2 teams.
Yeah, we just use Hermit somewhere else. So who do we want to add to Rex and Fives?
Do you have a Zeta Phasma?
No, just a gear 11.
Oh, come on. All the cool people have Zeta Phasma.
We got quite a few questions.
We're going to get to them. Let's finish this up. Let's just make
7 p.m.
Yeah, 2 to 3 more minutes will be done. So
Maybe just put the Rogue One team down.
man, let's just do that. Screw it. You want to?
We'll go with Finn.
Up front,
Finn,
or
you suggested that, right?
Mm-hmm.
so just go up front with that, and then another team in the back. Okay.
I would go in back with that one actually.
Rogue One. Okay.
Yeah, because you're going to use Chirrut and Baze there because they don't have a spot on the CLS team anymore, so that can be the pain if you're not careful.
Where's my Rogue One team?
Adastra says, this is way more amusing than I thought it would be to observe you trying to set your defenses for a Grand Arena that may or may not get canceled.
Well, it's for the fans. I mean, so this is the kind of thinking you got to do when you're doing your Grand Arena.
But you can also just save all this, and for the next one that opens, just do all this.
But now it's recorded, so it is like it's saved.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but this
Saved
is
on video.
But this is stuff we do for the Grand Arena, so people can see it. What's the reasoning why you want to do it? These teams that work here, So there you go. And then just I don't know, what do we want to put up front here?
What other rebels do you have? Let's see if we can do a wedge team.
A wedge team? They're not really modded.
Danger Zone.
I'm not quite danger zone, but
What do you want to do? Akbar or Biggs or wedge lead?
you know what? We need to do something with your Farm Boy Luke.
Farm Boy Luke.
No!
There you go. Yes.
We need something.
Yes.
Let's make
Oh
a tenacity team. A
God.
team that's annoying without any kind of
Do it.
I know.
Do
it.
do the New Hope team.
All right, Farm Boy Luke, Stormtrooper Han, Princess Leia.
Let's go Captain Han, so you get a res in there, and then Akbar for any kind of dispel.
That's an awful team. Oh my god.
It's a beautiful.
Watch if they don't
The
cancel. This
worst
team is the one that gets the most
team
defenses.
Ever.
Do it.
Jedi Master Dasher just put a question in there. Finn, I want that stricken from the record, please.
I'm not collecting questions. So.
What? When will you max out Ethkoth?
Graham, if I just say,
Get in trouble.
what are you doing, Graham? Graham, you're on a timeout.
Here's the thing.
No,
If
no,
they ever do
I said,
he might
Then
become good,
I'll go back in and fix him then. But he's garbage right now, so no. And you should know better, Graham. I just said you're on a timeout, Graham. So do we really want to use this? I cannot believe I'm listening to this. All right, so
Replace Akbar
Wait,
with
where's the
Lando.
damage on that team?
there is no damage.
Leia.
Yeah, let's replace
Leia.
Akbar with Lando.
With Lando?
Yeah. He does damage. And you got that mustache.
This is so wrong.
And the cape. Everything's better with the cape.
It's true.
Oh my god. All right, I'm going to do this. I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, Lord.
It's all right. We can't.
Set. They're going to look at that like, boy, this guy's mentally damaged.
And he would be correct.
God. They're going to be like, Farm Boy Luke, what is this?
So here's the fun part about this though.
Oh my
Is
god.
you are leading them down the top, right? So they're gonna see Boss, but they're also gonna see that Farm Boy Luke team,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're gonna see the old Ben team that we kind of hodgepodge together, and then the Jin team. But they're gonna have to use decent things for pretty much everything except I think the Luke team.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else they're gonna drain it. So then by the time they go through the bottom, your Night Sister team has a chance to hold if they went too heavy on defense.
Well, they're going to have to use
Because
some...
if they went too heavy on defense, they're not going to have anything left to go against Asajj. So you might be able to prevent a full clear if he's not careful on what he places on defense.
Right. Oh my god. I can't believe he did that. It's all in fun, but this is kind of this one. That's a fun team. The others are pretty standard teams that you can put on defense. So we'll go with this and see what happens. If it gets canceled, it gets canceled. If not, then we'll see how it does. So there you
Well,
go.
Nathaniel Morgan does bring up a point. Farm Boy Lead does stop the Finn Cheese team.
That's true.
So if they go against the Farm Boy team with the Zeta Finn, they might be...
Oh my god, this is going to be brutal.
If you get a defense on... Well,
I'm going to cry
if
if the...
defense, that's going to be like the greatest thing ever.
I will just cry and be like, you've got to be kidding me. So, all right. So there we go, Grand Arena. Now let's get to some questions. We've done enough of Grand Arena. So, Saley, we are at your mercy, beck and call.
Lang, question, did they cancel the GA or what is the call being made for this Grand Arena?
We don't know.
It's still too early in Cali right now. They're just now getting their donuts.
What else 73? Question with how good they were. Do you want to see the Geos come back as a buffed crew in a future TW? Same for clones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was fun for me.
Was not for me. I
clones
hate it.
have been overdone.
I'd say tone it down. Tone these buffs down, because going against the Geos was not fun at all.
I didn't.
I loved it.
You just fight them with another Geo team.
But you don't care about territory wars, Finn.
No, I do care about territory. I don't care about Grand Arena. I care about territory wars. But I don't mind the fun aspect of like having these buffs and stuff. It makes you rethink the way you're going to attack, right? And it also, if some of these teams are like stronger, then it does cause you to think about what you're going to use on offense. Because we get too much in a sequence, right? Where we see like, okay, we see First Order, we're going to use Jedi Training Rey. We see Bastila, we can use our Night Sisters or whatever, right? You get into this rhythm that you basically can predict what you're going to use on offense and defense because you see the same things on defense. Now, these bonuses change things up, and you have to rethink it. Like, you can't take Geos lightly. Right. You have to figure out how you're going to do it. You have to use pretty much a strong squad in order to do it. The Geos are pretty much slow, though, so there's definitely a weakness to them.
There's no weakness to it. They suck, Finn. They absolutely suck. Oh, God.
No, but I'm saying they're slow, so they have a way that you.
So let me give you the perspective of someone that does a competitive territory war guild in the 200+ million, 220 million range. The problem is when you're in a competitive territory war guild, it is a lot of coordination to get people with the rosters and things right, so you can predict and have things to fight whatever they're going to put. You never know what they're going to put on defense. So the thing is, when you throw a screwball in there like the Geos or clones, it completely throws off your plan. Especially with Geos, you just don't know what you're going to get. And when we went in there and were testing, it was like, oh my effing God, what is this? And
but what's wrong with that? Why do you want it predictive?
Because I'm trying to plan. If I'm playing chess, Finn, I want the pieces. You can use the pieces in different ways, but at least I know what I'm getting. When you throw Geos in there, a crappy-ass Geo team against a fully Gear 12 Zeta Sith roster that gets pawned, it's not fun because it's like, great, I did all this time and effort to get this team to be able to use the proper counters and be able to use it effectively, and then Geos come along at Gear 8 and wipe it out in like 3 or 4 moves. What fun is that?
Every now and then you got to play musical chairs by sticking a thumb.
Well, you go play musical chairs. I'll play Go or chess. Jesus Christ!
I think you're missing what I was saying. They don't need to go with these like overpowered buffs of teams to make them good. Just give them a boost. Don't give them this overpowered stuff to where, you know, if you screw up, you're going to completely and utterly lose and turn meter load the team, and your guild is going to be pissed off at you for it.
Yeah,
no, we weren't pissed off about that. We were like,
turn meter load a team then.
You don't have a choice. They wipe you out. There's like, there goes.
There's plenty of ways. If you're facing a Geos team, go in an airplane mode. You're not going to turn meter load the team. There's your solution. It's not that hard. No. If you turn meter load a team, that's a whole different issue. By now,
Finn,
if you're in a competitive guild, you should know how not to turn meter load.
Finn, that artillery strike hits. You have nothing
I know.
Left.
I'm not saying that, but if you're going against a team that you know is going to be potentially difficult, start the match in airplane mode.
Well, sorry,
there's
Finn.
ways around it. I don't think turn meter loading is the reason. Now,
no. But I'm saying it was happening by accident. I'm not saying that. I mean, people are just getting wiped out. Like they were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, the artillery strike is ridiculous. But to what you were saying, Grim, I think the reason why they're making it OP is if they just give it some buffs, right? I don't think that they're going to get their intended result, which is forcing you to use an A team against it. Right? Think back on our original territory wars. The bounty hunters and like the First Order had bonuses, right? But did it really change how we fought the match? Like you still used Jedi Training Rey on First Order. Like that was one of the easiest counters. And it still worked even with those buffs. It didn't change anything. And there's still the counter to it. Bounty hunters still have pretty much the same counters. They got a little bit of a buff, but it didn't change the way that you played territory wars. to what they've said, they're trying to change the way that Territory Wars is fought. They're trying to make it so it's not repetitive, that there is some change from now and then, so you guys have to strategize more constantly. It's not just standard, oh, we see this team, we'll get everyone in the guild to use this team, and we see this team, and I will get everyone in the guild to use this team. Like, they're trying to change that up, and I think if they don't make it OP, then we're just going to fall back into, like, the original Territory Wars, which is where we see a team, the buffs aren't that OP, so we can still use the same team that's a pure counter to it, and it's not going to matter.
Fair point.
I disagree, but I hate it. So
I'm just not a fan of those types of buffs. Just saying.
Yeah, and that's a separate thing too, which is you're going to have people that prefer the standard, right? And that's to what Ranger's saying. I understand your point. There's a lot of people that prefer just Territory Wars the way it was. Don't change it. We like the way it was. Just keep it the way it is, right? But I think what you're seeing is that a larger portion of the community is more in favor of having something different. Not to the detriment, right? Not the character banning. I think that was just awful.
I see something totally different than that, Finn, in the forums and stuff.
Maybe they should make it to where, you know, they could have it to where you can opt in for those bonuses. You know, like,
I mean, they could make it optional, but that's a lot more coding on their end.
You know, that would.
I don't know. I mean, when I face somebody in the upper echelon, I want it to be their best versus our best. Have at it, you know, because it's a war. I mean, when you're facing top teams, you know, it's their best stuff and against your best stuff, and you got to bring your A game, and then all of a sudden this other crap comes in and it completely throws you off, because then you're thinking what teams to save, what teams not to use, figuring it out. It gets really tricky, and it's, you know, it's way more work for the officers. I mean, our poor officers were just scrambling, you know.
Oh, yes, so were ours.
You know, trying to figure out what to do and what to hold and what to save, and you know, and if you make a bad call, then it could really mess up your Territory Wars. So, I mean, I can see both sides, but I still do not like this crap. I mean, to make a team that ridiculous with that low gear, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It's like the paper zombie all over again.
It's not, because the characters actually do get better when you gear them.
No, you just with the geos, all you had to do was stick them behind a good tank, a good taunter, and
Thrawn kills that team.
Screwed.
It's not that easy. The tankier your geos, the better they were. But
yeah. So
how crazy was the last TW? I missed it.
It was crazy.
It was pretty nuts, but it was fun as hell. To me, anyway. I found it ridiculously fun. So if you face the geos and you weren't careful, they basically like wrecked you in the second turn.
They wrecked you.
Yeah, you could get wrecked by a Gear 7 Geo squad.
Because they had a shared ability that did just ridiculous amounts of damage. And the cooldown, it started out, what was it, like a 5-turn cooldown, but every time a Geo used an ability, then it reduced the cooldown. Well, if you're not careful and you start attacking Sunfax is counterattacking and reducing the cooldown every single time. And then all of a sudden, the Geos go first, and boom, they kill like 3 of your characters with 1 artillery strike. It was actually pretty fun. I did this. I saved mine for offense in order just to wreck something, and it was fun as hell. Because I used Phasma. What did I use? I used Phasma, 3 Geos. I didn't have Poggle ready, so I didn't include Poggle. But it was Phasma, 3 of them, and First Order. Did I use First Order Officer? No, I just used Royal Guard.
Well, I give the Wolfpack 2 a lot of credit. They mixed and matched some characters in there to prevent you from being able to use really effective squads in there against them. Like you had, I mean, we had to think outside the box, and we did eventually figure it out. But even then, it was still dicey because, you know, when you got Rex in there and a tank along with Sunfac and 2 other Geos, you're like, God damn, how the hell are we going to get to that without getting killed? You know, so it's just, oh, God. So, ugh. I hated it.
All right, next question.
So let's move on. Next question.
Playing question for the new speculated Darth Revan coming soon, TM. I'm 53 out of 100 on T3 shards. Should I continue with T3 or stop and go with Ordo, which is at like 3-star with like 7 shards collected. LOL.
T3. You said for the new speculated Revan, he is at 53 out of 100 on T3.
That's what it says.
I think there's confusion.
T3.
Because T3 is for the light side Revan.
I'm guessing he's trying to get the light side Revan.
Yeah, I guess he's asking should he stop his T3 farm in order to work on
the new characters?
Canderous?
Well,
and what was his Canderous at?
Hold on. It was his Ordo was at 3-star with like 7 shards collected.
Oh, you're not gonna get it to 7-star, so just finish your T3 and get your light side.
What's the point in getting Ordo if you don't have T3? I mean,
well, and here's another thing.
Wait, what? Wait. Ordo has nothing to do with light side.
I'm just saying that you need T3 in order to get Jedi Knight Revan. There's no point in abandoning T3 in order to go for Ordo.
Right. The only reason would be if you're willing to spend money in order to get the dark side Revan, but you should have been doing that with Ordo to begin with. If he's 3-star, he's definitely not a priority. So yeah, just finish.
Also,
T3.
Not to mention, it hasn't been confirmed that we're getting a new dark side character with the stuff that was in that video. It hasn't been officially confirmed. That might come out end of the year for all we know. But you do know you can get Jedi Knight Revan. So I'd say go for Jedi Knight Revan. Go for the sure thing. Finish that up first.
Mm-hmm. You're too far away from anything speculation-wise if you don't have Jedi Knight Revan. So yeah, finish that.
Nathaniel Morgan, question: with so many getting 7-star Goldenrod, will Finn nerf come just in time to stop people from soloing raids?
Probably. They already said they're pretty close, right? They have the solution. They're just testing it to make sure it works the way they want it to. And so, yeah, probably.
What else? 73 question: how many attempts will it take with a Zeta Chirpa Ewok team, 2 gear 9 and 3 gear 10?
Oh God, quite a lot. Ooh,
that's complete RNG play.
That is completely RNG.
Yeah, 7-starring with gear 9s and gear 10s.
And what your lineup is.
Even if you assume the right lineup, right, with Zeta, Chirpa, Ewok Elder, there's a Logray, Paplu, and what did I say?
No, I don't care who he's. That's
I think I got him all right.
Crazy.
Chirpa, Wicket. Oh, Wicket's the one I missed. So Chirpa, Wicket, Elder, Logray, Paplu. Even with that team, if you're only gear 9 and gear 10, and you're trying to go for the 7-star, you are going to have a lot of attempts, unless you get really lucky with RNG like your first go around. But I would expect several attempts, because a lot of things have to go right for you.
Nathaniel Morgan, question: how many attempts with standard 5 bears, Elder 12, Rest 11, all abilities Omega, Chirpa Zeta, average mods?
Oh, you'll be fine. That's the team you want right there.
It's still going to be RNG, but yeah, your Elder being gear 12 is going to allow your Elder to survive.
Huge advantage, yeah. That's a huge advantage, and I think you'll get it within pretty quickly.
Darth Cyan 1972, question: if HK is needed for a Darth Revan event, do you think the event will be as difficult as the Chewie event or the Jedi Knight Revan event? Always enjoy your streams and feedback.
Awesome. Thank you for the compliment. No, if it's going to be a journey character, so typically what happens is, so the Chewie event was characters we'd had for a long time. So that's a total different animal than characters that you have to form. They've never done this, where you need high gear tunes that I can think of for a journey character. Now, legendaries, yes, but typically the legendary characters, other than Phoenix, which was crazy, that's where they made a boo-boo with that. But typically the legendary characters are characters that are in the game that you could have been farming for a while and had gear on, like the bounty hunters. that's the level they'll make the difficulty to get a character like Chewbacca. For the journey characters, whether it's been JTR, whether it's been Luke, whether it's been Revan, it's more about, did you get the characters to 7 stars? It's more about the stars than it is the gear. The other legendaries is about the gear. Well, that answers your question.
Sith Lord 72 question: panel speculation. Sith Marauder will be needed for a Darth Revan event, or is this a tease that a ship legendary event is coming, needing the 5 Sith ships?
No idea.
Yeah.
My speculation is it would be a Sith capital ship, to be honest.
Would be nice.
But they need more ships in the game. I mean, we just need more ships. They need to do a lot of a lot of ships are needed even to make the capital ships work. So I mean, ugh.
Dami P question: is Ranger going to whale out if it's Darth Revan coming out and his kit can reliably counter Jedi plus other light side squads?
I'm already hoarding, so I'm already saving my crystals and things. So, in a sense, I'm not going to whale out, but I am hoarding to be able to purchase all the character shards that I'm going to need. So, yeah, I'm going all in for it. So, yeah, in a sense, but I'm not spending money. But we'll see what happens. If I'm close, I may. For you guys, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. To get the character and to show you guys always love me getting my ass kicked and stuff. Not that I will, but yeah, I am gonna go for it. But I'm not spending money yet per se.
Chicken or chicken? I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with chicken. 8212. Question for Ouchie: what are you using for the comparison for Ranger Grand Arena opponent?
Oh, that's the DSR bot. And I put a link to the Discord back when he posted that question. Hopefully you got it. I could put it up again. There's lots of community Discords that have it, or you can put it in your own guild Discord. Or you can just private message the bot if you just want to have a one-on-one.
Oh my.
Hermit Fulgrim question: when do we expect the MILF to come back?
When did it come out? January? December?
Next month. It would come out next month, I think.
So easy to make that comments with that question.
Don't.
Nathaniel Morgan question: when will Ranger mod his Sith Assassin? This always comes up.
It's not a priority. I mean, she's got mods in there, but I mean, the mods I have, they're on my teams that I constantly use, and I'm still upgrading a bunch of mods, so I'll get to her eventually, but I mean, she's not a priority. I'm just sorry, I'm not going to put it on her. You know, it's not an important character to me. So there's the answer.
Darth Hideous question: why is everyone turning into Finn today? With the real Finity, please shut up. Please shut up. Please shut up.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Old Hideous.
Van Seal question: Finity, what's your safe word? I wanted to know that so that I can ignore it in Grand Arena.
There is no safe word. I just give up automatically.
You gotta represent a little bit, Finn. Jesus.
No, I don't care about representing myself. That's what I care about: territory wars and not Grand Arena. There's one thing if I'm representing my guild. There's another thing if I'm just representing myself. I'm an idiot.
There's no argument from anybody on the panel about that. All right, next question.
Kazakagi Too Easy question: do you think Eth Koth and Jedi Guardian...
Wait, no! What did I tell you about the Eth Koth questions? No. Next question.
Jedi Master Adastra question: sounds like you want a rematch. You think you would be able to do better with a vanilla war against us?
Yep. Hands down, we would. But it would be fun. It would be the best versus the best. You know, I give Wolfpack all the credit in the world. They adapted and were on it like a blue bonnet. We were thrown off again. It happens every time. We're completely thrown off when they introduce something new. And we made some bad calls for some teams that we thought, because we're trying to hold teams too much in this one, and that kind of became our detriment. But a vanilla straight up fight is what I want. And if you win, then God bless you. I'll sit there and say, damn right. But I hate losing like that. I really do. All the props of Wolfpack. They deserved the win. They did it the right way, and I have no misgivings about how good they were able to adapt. They did perfectly. It was amazing to watch them do what they did. But God dang, I hate this crap in Territory Wars.
Darkside Ranger J 1999. Question: meth.
No.
Oh!
Next question.
Oh, we can talk about Koth and everything else since we mentioned Beth. That's out of bounds.
No, why would we go for that low grade stuff?
Hell yeah, let's go with the fine china.
Next question.
Clone Troop 211. Question: is it possible to rename the lunch streams after they are over to include titles such as doing Grand Arena Battles 3v3 or 5v5 for reference?
It's a good point, Finn.
Oh, this extra work.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
We are going to do that. Finn, get on it.
I'm not even here some of the lunch streams. You'll have to do it.
I know. So you don't even do the lunch streams, and all we're asking is just to change the title.
It's too much work
for no. Yeah. For me, I'm doing everything else.
I know. Now he's asking you to do something else.
No, he said Finn. He didn't say Ranger.
He did say Finn. He just asked in general.
Mm-hmm. Finn will be more than glad to do that for you, homie. So we'll get it squared away.
And that was the last question.
Can I just put Poopy at the end of each of the lunch streams?
No, you can't put Poopy on the end of the Dune. It's just stupid.
And for those that are interested, in 45 minutes, got another Sanely Red gaming stream going to be playing Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. I love that game. They did so well on that.
All right, Finn, you want to talk about the ACS stuff there, bud?
Sure. So we are on our way to our 15,000 goal, and today I am finalizing the graphics for the shirt. So little update for you guys. We have our Zazzle page, and I want to kind of let you guys know. So our Zazzle page is where we have our merchandise and stuff, but we have some stuff specific that we're selling for charity purposes. If you go into that area, you will see right now we have the RSG ACS hat. That hat you can get it's $45, but from that, the profits that come to us, we will give to either the American Cancer Society. 50% goes to the American Cancer Society, and 50% goes to Stu for his GoFundMe for his medical bills and stuff. And it is our first RSG stitched hat. It's actually really cool. I wear it around all the time. It's a fitted hat, so you guys can get that. As of today, we currently have... Hold on, I just had it up. Where is it? Where'd it go? Just had it up. We have $33.88 in royalties from that one. So 50% will go to the American Cancer Society, 50% will go to Stu's page. So thank you all for those of you guys that bought it. And you can still buy it. The last day to buy it will be the day of the run. We will deactivate it from our store at that time. So make sure that you guys, if you want it, now is the time to get that hat. Similarly, we will put the shirt up for sale as well, and all of the proceeds from that shirt will go to the ACS. And so as we get down to the end, we'll show you guys kind of what the totals are. We'll put it in our Discord in the charity campaign section, so you guys can see how much we're kind of getting and what we're giving to everybody. So yeah, so get ready for that shirt. The shirt's going to be available I think by the end of this week. I'll finalize the design tomorrow, and then we will get the shirt into the Zazzle page so they can do their usual check, and hopefully there's no copyright issues, and then we'll be able to buy it. So that's simple.
Yay. All right. And if you're watching this, guys, stop what you're doing. Give us a thumbs up on the video. We always appreciate it. I see someone gave us a thumbs down. Thank you for the thumbs down, because that means you actually viewed the video and you participated. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Hideous.
It wasn't hideous. We don't know if it's hideous. Stop.
It is now.
Oh, Lord, that wasn't hideous. Stop it.
Now we're going to see 2, and it's going to be hideous.
Oh, God. But no, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Give us a thumbs up if you love the content. Subscribe. You know, we're always doing lots of fun stuff. We got the Stanley Red stuff coming up here soon. We've got tomorrow we'll do this, and then I'll do more Battlefront with Anakin and show him off. And then yeah, a bunch of stuff during the week. Check out our D&D campaign. We ran that yesterday. Had a lot of fun with it. You guys seem to be enjoying the D&D campaign, so very much we'll keep doing that. But yeah, and if we didn't get to any questions here that you had, join our Discord. There are lots of people in there. They'll give you your answers, including us. It's a great source for the community. And then check out our Patreon. We already covered the ACS stuff. So that being said, thank you guys for stopping by. On behalf of myself and the crew, thank you for being here. We very much appreciate everybody's support in any way that you show it. Have a great rest of your Monday. Get ready for the Stanley Red show that's coming up with Resident Evil. And we will holler at you later. Peace out.